Vacation-rental-info.com presents the Vacation Rental Deposit Process. Before you stay in a vacation rental, there are a couple of nuances that need to be understood. And most surprise, have to do with money. Specifically the deposit, then paying for the entire stay before you go to the property. I've heard about a few countries around the world that operate in a pay when you get there system, but in the United States, for the most part, it's different. You're going to pay for the entire stay before you cross your threshold, and what I mean about that is that you're going to pay for everything before you leave home. This video talks about what you should expect concerning the deposit money when going into a vacation rental transaction. So, depending on the time frame, you're going to have to deal with two sets of monies. The deposit, including reservation, cleanup, pet, and damage deposits. And the second is the remaining balance. So when it comes to vacation rentals, we'll be obligated to send these deposits at one time and then send the remaining balance at another time. If you're booking for a vacation, say within 60 days of travel, you'll be paying for all of it in one fell swoop. In other words, you're going to be sending the money to cover the deposits and the accommodation amounts all at once. So what is a reservation deposit? According to HomeAway.com, reservation deposit is a certain amount of money collected upon booking that validates the rental contract. The reservation deposit can convert automatically into a security deposit. They also say regardless of how far in advance the renter decides to book, you should require a deposit. This is talking to the rental owners. And a signed rental agreement in order to confirm the booking. So if you have in your heart that you want to stay at this specific property, get ready for it. The vacation rental owner is going to ask you for the deposit, the remaining balance, and the signed rental contract. If you want to move ahead with the rental agreement, then get down to the specifics as to how they can receive the money from you. What this means to you as a renter is that when you decide to stay at a property, you've got to send some money to the agent to take the property off the market and reserve it for your stay. Now, depending on how far out you're booking, that money you send may be either a deposit, or it might be the remaining balance, or it may be both simultaneously. So when you send money in any format, credit card, check, PayPal, or however, but don't send cash, you should consider itemizing what that money is used for and when they will be returning it to you. When you send your money, you should consider sending an email simultaneously with the return receipt request along with the money. In that email, just itemize what the dollar amounts are for. For example, if you're sending money for a week-long rental and the total is $1,900 for the week, including a $500 deposit, itemize it in the email. Just say this $1,400 is for a vacation rental for 1 week, $500 is for the security damage. We expect the security deposit to be returned per the rental agreement, assuming no damages, no later than, fill in the blank. When they respond to you, keep their return receipt notice. What the deposit does for you is it allows for both comfort on both sides of the transaction. From the renter's point of view, you've done research, and the deposit provides you with peace of mind in that you know that the property will be available for you when you arrive. From the owner or agent's point of view, the deposit provides them with the same peace of mind in knowing that the property is booked for that period of time, and they can focus on getting it booked for other times. Here at vacation-rental-info.com, we focus our time on helping renters avoid scams. But it's a well-known fact that the owners are just as vigilant, if not more than we are when it comes to smoking out scammers. And your deposit and final payment can help them immensely when paying the final balance. The final balance is typically due a couple of weeks to a month in advance of your stay. Again, from both sides of the transaction, there's benefits in sending money within this time frame. The agent will have plenty of time for the money to clear and get you any further instructions that are needed, like keys or lockbox codes. And for the renter, you'll see the money clearing your account. You can follow up with an email or call the property principals to verify receipt of funds and get any further questions you may have answered. Now look, even if you've done all your research, you may feel that there's some small chance of getting scammed. I understand that. If you feel that there's a possibility that you're showing up and the vacation rental is not real, one of the best mechanisms that you've got to guard against this is a credit card. So you'll need to understand, if you're going to use a credit card, you need to understand the time period your credit card will give you to dispute a charge. Some companies have very short periods, 30 days, some longer. It's easy to find out what yours does. Just call them and ask. Before you send any money, call your credit card company and get a full understanding of their policy when it comes to disputing charges. We had one problem with a deposit in the last 11 years. It was only a timing issue. The banks weren't even involved, but I just had to call the property manager, and she gave us the money back after the telephone call. So to get a firm understanding of when you should send your vacation rental deposit money, what's going to be used for, and when the money will be sent back to you is what this video has covered. All this should be spelled out to you in a rental contract. And as I've mentioned many times before, renting a vacation home for your next holiday is not brain surgery, but there are a few nuances you should be more than just familiar with. Go to vacation-rental-info.com. Read dozens of posts about this entire process. Get a free copy of Chapter 4 of the Vacationer's Guide to Vacation Rentals, what to do before, during, and after your vacation for free. It's easy to get. Just put your first name and your email in, hit submit, and a matter of moments later the video will be there for you. Pardon me, the PDF of Chapter 4 will be there for you. This is Terry Gronenthal at vacation-rental-info.com. Thank you for your time. Make some trails.